Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. If you're not new, thanks for coming back. Please hit that likes button or the thumbs up button down below if you like this video or any of the other videos you've watched that I've done. Definitely lets me know that you're enjoying the content and I should continue doing more. So this is going to be my last ThredUp box review before I do kind of a final review of the 9 boxes I've received. And that should probably come out near the end of this month. But there's actually 2 more boxes, and I'll throw in a little bit at the end if you're curious as to the 10-pound jewelry box. I'll show you a few of the items from that, but I think there were around 140 pieces, so I'm not going to try and film that because honestly it's going to require quite a bit of research for me, and I haven't had time yet, and I just thought I'd show you a little highlight from that. But the point of this video is the outerwear box. So I'm just looking at ThredUp's website right now, and I did put on some outerwear. This is a Ben's Find. It's a boys extra large, but I might just keep this because it's perfect. But it was an outerwear box. I don't know really what I had in mind. I hadn't seen anyone do any of them. It was $34. You could choose the size, and you were supposed to get a total of 5 items, including 3 pieces of outerwear. Either a jacket, coat, vest, or blazer is what they consider the outerwear, and then 2 scarves. So I got 6 items. 5 of them I'm going to try and resell. Only 1 scarf. Actually, I think everything else was considered outerwear. It was $5.99 shipping. So for me, it cost $39.99 for these 6 items, which is not what I would want to pay. $7.99 per sellable item is what it comes out to. I'm excluding the one that I'm not reselling. It's comparable to if you know what you're gonna get. But some of the stuff I wouldn't have picked up for maybe even $1. So maybe $1. Anyways, so the first item I was debating back and forth on if I should list this and the black's probably gonna wash me out. This is a black, like you can see all the buttons. It's not really a rain jacket, I don't think, but it kind of has this pleating detail at the bottom. It's Guess, and I don't know how many, definitely not many that I picked up of Guess, just because I feel like I've heard a lot of people say it doesn't sell well for them. It just kind of feels cheap, like these buttons are kind of plasticky. It's not a bad style. It does have some extra buttons, so kind of a new without tags. I'm assuming it's cotton poly blend, and I don't know if there's a size on here because oh, there we go. So this is extra large. I think the box was supposed to be a large XL. Just not really a brand I pick up because I think there's a lot out there and they don't seem to have too great of comps, but I'm gonna hopefully get maybe 15 to 25 for this if I list it. And I think I'm going to list everything, but maybe the next time I do a yard sale or some kind of sale, if something hasn't sold, it might get pulled for that. This is a brand 32 Degrees, and I believe they sell this at a wide variety of places, including Macy's and whatnot. This is actually a good vest, and it is new with tags. So this is one of those vests. This is, I guess, what I had as the impression of what I would get for outerwear. I guess I wasn't expecting I didn't read like usual. I guess I wasn't expecting really blazers and stuff because to me outerwear is kind of snow, winter, or that type of stuff. And this kind of stuff. Now this brand I don't think does very well. So it's one of those vests that you can fold up and put in a little bag. So it's perfect if you need to pack for backpacking or hiking, anything like that. So it is new with tags. It's the 32 Degrees heat. Packable. It does have little instructions on how to pack it, which is nice. So it's an ultralight down, size large. I think the comps on this were around 15 to 20. So if I could get that new with tags, if I could get that, that would be great. But it's not a brand I would pick up per se. This is it's a very pretty blue, very soft, kind of fuzzy zip up jacket, and it's Eddie Bauer. I don't tend to wear this color blue. I guess, well, it's coming off. I don't know how it's coming off in the camera, but It's kind of a bright blue. It's very warm, which is great. I do like Eddie Bauer. I'm hoping to get maybe about 20 to 30 for this. So again, it was another outerwear piece that I was expecting. So 2 out of the 3 are kind of what I was expecting. The Guess jacket, I don't know. It wasn't what I had in mind. This wasn't what I had in mind, but this is nice. This is a Jones, New York. I'm not sure if it's gonna show the label. This is a size 14, and this is a 100% silk kind of black blazer with a front tie. It's actually very nice. It's got some shoulder pads. It's very nice. It seems to be in good condition. Everything seemed to be in good condition with maybe one little minor flaw. But just a very classic. I love the front tie on this. I'm hoping to maybe get about 25 to 45. It looks like on eBay they do a little bit better than Poshmark. So I know that's kind of a big range, but I saw them definitely in that range. So, you know, if it sits for a while, I'll definitely accept something like 25. And then this is the only scarf that I got, which was new with tags as well. This is a little infinity scarf. Now this one does have right here, not sure, is a little bit of a pull. Not sure if you're gonna see that. I'm sure I might be able to just kind of thread it back through, or actually that just kind of, maybe I just kind of pulled it. So it is new with tags. The original price, it's called Akira. And the original price was $28.90. It says thick knit infinity. I'm not sure where they sell this, but it is new with tags. Maybe get 15 for this. So it's not terrible. The only item that I would say I wouldn't even try to resell was this jacket. It's not that the style is bad. The brand is Self-Esteem, which I'm not sure where I feel like I've seen that in a thrift store, but not sure where they sell it. But it's kind of a sweatshirt material. It also just kind of has a little bit of a dingy, like it's been washed a few times, so not the bright black that I would want. And it's just not going to be worth it for me to resell. So in total, if I sold everything for kind of the breakdown that I'm expecting, looking at about $90. And then if you remove the cost of goods and the fees, sorry, I think it was $90. Yeah, so if you remove all the cost of goods and the fees, it leaves me with about $32 in profit. And that's just based off of the lower estimates that I gave you. So not wild about this box. I think if it were maybe $24, I would say it would be more of a higher value. I was kind of hoping for maybe the North Face or Columbia or some of those brands. Eddie Bauer wasn't bad. They're nothing terrible, but it was kind of a higher price point for what you get. And although some outerwear can sell for quite a bit, these ones aren't. And so I personally wouldn't recommend this box, but that's about it. So the only other one, and I'll just show you a few of the pieces, just to give you an example, is I bought a 10-pound jewelry box. I don't see it on the website right now for ThredUp, so I'm not sure if they pulled it permanently or temporarily, but it was a 10-pound jewelry box. Now, I've seen quite a few of these videos. They came in 2 bags like this, all mangled mess. It probably took me 2 to 3 hours to kind of untangle everything. I did put everything in little plastic baggies, and the main reason I got this was for $25.99 with the shipping. I don't know much about jewelry. I know I like wearing a nice necklace or, you know, that kind of stuff, but I've never been a big jewelry person. And if you're a reseller, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for me just to get a whole bunch of jewelry and maybe start looking for some markings and start learning some stuff. There's a glare on my table, so I feel like I'm being blinded. But I separated everything out. I separated it into kind of 4 different sections. I separated the damaged, no good, I mean, really damaged. And I would say there were probably about 15 to 20 of those. And then there were about 140 items that seemed to be in okay condition. Might not be a brand or anything worth anything, but it was at least, it seemed to be like it was all in place. And so that with the 135, 140, whatever it was, I separated it into 3 piles. One where I could see markings and I knew, like I briefly did comps and it looked like, yep, this is going to be a winner. Another pile of, I could see markings, but not really high value. So some of the kind of loft or and Taylor or some of that stuff where you could see the marking and you knew it was some association, but a lot of it was dingy and costumey, and it doesn't, I'll probably put it out at a yard sale type of thing. And then another pile of, I couldn't find any markings. I'll probably go through all this stuff again with a magnet to see if there's any potential. So again, this is a learning experience for me. But I'll just show you the stuff that I either need to do some more research because I saw a marking and or I know, in fact, it's probably a good one. So this is probably the best one from the box. So if you just want to see the best item. So again, it was $25.99 for the 10 pounds. This is a little wrap bracelet, and I don't know if it's going to pick up. So I'll kind of move it around. Hopefully I'm not too shaky. But this says Alexander McQueen, made in Italy. And so if you can see on this side, it's got this little skull guy. And I found quite a few of these. They range in comps from about 50 to 150 on eBay. I couldn't find one with this exact band. But besides the fact that it just needs a little bit of cleaning, which I haven't attempted any of that, this is definitely going to pay for the box. I mean, even if I took a low offer of 25 bucks, that, you know, or 30 bucks, remove the fees, it would still pay for the box. So fun little find there. And yeah, so that was the only, like, for sure winner. There was another one that I don't know what your thoughts are. Now I feel like I can't. Okay, so there were technically two items that both, I think, have the Tory Burch symbol on them. So here's this bracelet. It's like a little tangled mess. So if you can see that looks like Tory Burch to me. I don't see any markings. I do see on this one, on just the back, you can see it kind of looks like someone used a Sharpie. And I haven't attempted to clean it off, but it literally looks like someone used a Sharpie and was trying to fill in the little white part, which is strange. I did look up, it doesn't look like, if this is real, which I would not pay because it's not a high value. If this were real, the comps for these Tory Burch ones are not that high. Bracelets, at least, were like, you know, 15 to 30 is what I found in a quick search. But I don't know your thoughts on if you think that is, I think it looks like it, but there's no other marking besides the three little charms. So there was that. And then there was this little similar concept. And it is a black one of what looks like Tory Burch. But again, this is kind of, I don't know, this chain, it doesn't scream high-end designer. So I don't know. I mean, this one's in good condition. It does have, I take that back. It does have at the bottom, I don't know if it's going to pick up, but like, almost like there needed to be something attached to it, like maybe more charms or something. I don't know. So anyways, that was really the only ones. The Alexander McQueen, I'm pretty feel good about. And then the Tory Burch, I'm not really sure, but they didn't seem to have really high comps, like their handbags or anything like that. So I did get a few pieces, and it looked like, so this is one of them. They're not all the same, but they all have the same marking. So I don't know how people do this. It says Sarah COV. Let's see okay, so it had, basically there were a few pieces in here, and sorry if it's not, whatever it's called. I don't know how people do this. This is why I'm probably never going to be into jewelry. So it did have a marking, and I looked it up, and it looks like some of the stuff on eBay, I think it's all costumey, but it looks like some of the stuff just does sell, 20 to 30 bucks. So this was a really cute necklace, kind of a long, which I thought was really cute. But a few of those pieces, I'll have to do some more research. There were some things like this one that I'll need to see if the sterling's real or if the gem, I don't know. This is, again, outside of my wheelhouse, but some gems that seem to be in good condition, but just not sure. So that's one of them. This one is one of them. And these could all be fake, but I'm going to start with a magnet and see if any of the metal on any of this stuff is not attaching. So here's another one with like a gem. Again, I didn't see any markings on these, so they could be nothing costumey, but they look like they could be something. Here's something random, which was a little cuff, and it does still have the tag inside. So this was originally $55. It doesn't have a brand, but it's this cuff, which is cute. Oh, I mean, that just hurts. Okay, there we go. So kind of a cool cuff. It is kind of scraped up. So I'm gonna, well, I guess that all is just kind of dinged. So that could just be cleaned up. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be worth anything, but I could definitely give it a shot. This was something that had a marking. Not sure if it's gonna pick up, but it says, I think it says Ella Carter. And it looks like this brand seemed to do okay. I'm not sure though. So this is just a little bracelet, but it kind of looks like it, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. It looks a little crooked, like if I were to lay it flat. But it's a cute bracelet, so I'll do more research on that. Let's see what else. Just a few more items, just showing you some examples of what might have some value. Again, this could be nothing. This says, oh, this is one of those Sarah ones. I'm not sure if it's gonna pick up, I'm trying to show it. But this is just a little costume. I think this was another, I'm not sure what this was or what I saw. Oh, there's a little tag. Oh, this is the Sarah COV again, which is like a little metal necklace. And I think this was the last, maybe this was another Sarah COV. I'm not sure what COV stands for either. I did a quick search on eBay and saw that they had been selling. But, oh, this isn't a Sarah COV. This is just another one with like a little gem. And I'm not sure if it's worth anything, but anyways, so I'm sure that I'll get my money back. I can definitely put out, I mean, just to put it in perspective, those are the few items I showed you. This is stuff that is kind of costumey, no markings. This is a mixture of, this is basically what looked like it was kind of junk. Again, I separated everything out in little baggies. Everything else in here, just to show you, is stuff that could probably be resold. It's, you know, some cute stuff, but no markings or anything like that. And I'll check the metals, but this was fun just to kind of get a box of jewelry, and it wasn't very expensive. It's not on their site right now, but they do bring stuff back occasionally. So anyways, that's it for my ThredUp Rescue Boxes. Keep an eye out for a recap video in hopefully a couple weeks where I kind of break down the 9 boxes, what I've already sold, what I'm anticipating to sell, what I've learned about the experience and whatnot. Something like this is a lot of fun. I think it's a great way to learn, and that's what I love about reselling. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the little thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.